What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new commentary video. And before this video gets started, I quickly want to mention there is a link to submit your own questions for these videos down in the description. It's a Google form link. It's anonymous, all the great stuff. Or you can drop it in the comments. Wherever you want to leave it, that is all great. There's also a link to join our Discord if you are interested. But without further ado, we are going to hop straight into today's video. So let's get into it. So today I want to talk a little bit about the ending of a relationship, and in particular, that little bit of time that you have after a relationship. And the main reason why I want to talk about that today is because there's a lot of people that when they get out of a relationship, they feel like they need to immediately find somebody else. And I'm here to tell you that is not the truth. And the reason why I feel that way is because a lot of people think that they need to be in a relationship to be happy. And the truth is that if you feel like you are only happy when you're dating somebody or you're seeing somebody, the truth is that you're not. The truth is that you're covering up for something else deep inside. It means that you're struggling through something else that you haven't dealt with. And that's something that you need to deal with, because the older that you get, the harder it is to deal with, all right? And this is really kind of sort of showing itself up again in modern times, because so many people see relationships on social media nowadays. There is a relationship on nearly every single corner of the internet. You are going to find some girl posting her new fucking SoundCloud rapper boyfriend, or you're gonna find some guy posting his new Hello Kitty girlfriend. All right, it's just how that shit fucking happens. All right, it just goes that way. Okay, and the truth is that when we see that constantly, and we constantly see on our feeds of these people happy, these people in a relationship, we think that's what we need, because our brains perceive social media as reality. And the truth is that social media isn't reality, as we've talked about. And you know, I think that one of the best examples of this is that when you look at these TikTok relationships, okay, there are people that post all what their account is about their relationship with their girlfriend, their boyfriend, their husband, their wife, whatever it is, their partner. It does not matter. The point is that is all what their content is. And I see a lot of it because I scroll on TikTok a decent amount because I like to stay somewhat informed of what the youngins are liking. I say youngins because I'm 21. I'm an unkstat now, apparently. But that's not the point. What is the point is that when you sort of get in this mindset that you need to be in a relationship, is that you're not dealing with your actual issues deep inside. And I've done this in like my past relationships, where I've gotten out of a relationship and then almost immediately went and searched for something else. And the truth is that I needed to stop, take a deep breath, take a step back from relationships, and figure out what was going on inside of me. And it taught me a lot about myself. And I've learned a lot about myself through my breakups and those sort of things, to kind of work on myself, figure out who I am, who I need to be for the next relationship. But the point is that I didn't go out and chase a relationship immediately, because that would have hurt more people in the long run. Because what your brain's actually doing is that they're trying to essentially give you is what they call a rebound, okay? And what a rebound essentially is that it's this way for you to sort of feel better about yourself, and in the long run, you hurt the person. And I don't want you to do that, because the thing is about these sort of relationships is that at the moment they feel great, but then afterwards you make the other person feel like shit, right? Because you basically put them in the spot where you were at, essentially, is what you're doing. And you know, like, it hurts, all right? Like, I haven't necessarily been the victim of as a rebound, and I've never rebounded on anybody, but like, you know, I know people in my life, a lot of friends that are females that have gone through that with guys. You know, they're really nice girls, they're really great people, and then they meet this guy, and we can all tell, as the guys in the friend group, that can tell that there is nothing good about this relationship. He clearly just got out of a breakup with his ex-girlfriend, and he's looking for somebody to basically sleep around with. Because let's face it, a lot of men are fucking terrible, and same with women. There are plenty of terrible women that do the same shit to guys, okay? And a lot of people think that it's okay to do it to a guy, or that guys can handle it. But the truth is that it's just as destroying as it is to a woman. It doesn't matter what gender or what sexuality you identify with, is it's not good for your psyche. Because the truth is that we live in this culture where it's more acceptable to break up, get in a new relationship, and all this shit, right? And the truth is that it's just that way, okay? It is in our culture. Do I agree with the culture? No, I don't. I've talked about the importance of sticking with a partner. I've talked about that in the past. But the truth is that, like, when you get in this society where divorce rates are so high and like you have a lot of people that are experimenting with sex, you have a lot of people that are experimenting with more drugs, and you have all this shit going on in society, is that it becomes more acceptable. Hookup culture and rebound culture becomes more acceptable. This idea of friends with benefits, right? And it's like, I personally don't see it as something good. I think that there are some benefits of having more connections with people, and we need to have more connections. But we are currently in a loneliness epidemic, not just a male loneliness epidemic. We are in a loneliness epidemic because every company known to man right now is making more and more AI tools. They're making more and more products to keep us inside, okay? And there are more and more people that are getting solely all their interactions online, okay? Now, if this happened 20 years ago, somebody would step into your life and tell you to get off of 4chan, go outside, go for a walk, turn off Opie and Anthony, go outside, right? That's what they would tell you, okay? And I come from that generation where I wasn't on the internet in 05, but I came from a generation where our parents didn't really weren't really oh yeah, just sit on the computer all day. You know what I mean? Obviously we had more computer time than anybody, but the thing is that there was more of this idea that you need to get a social connection. But after 2020, it's become more and more acceptable to sit inside and not talk to anyone. Okay. And that's really, really dangerous. It truly is dangerous. I have seen multiple people to fall to this. Okay. And there's a giant epidemic of people stuck inside only on their computers, only on their cell phones. And it's destroying social interactions. Okay. And I don't want to see people do that. And with that, I don't want you to think that rebound culture and hookup culture is the way to go. You need to build stable connections with people that will last for years and years to come, okay? That is super, super duper important. I also just quickly want to mention too, is that once again, just because you're out of a relationship doesn't mean that you need to be in a relationship the next day. You need to spend some time reflecting. You need to spend some time getting over shit. I don't want you to immediately dive face first into a relationship and the next thing you know, 3 months when it happens again, you're broken again. You're down on the ground, needing to be picked up by your homies. They're fucking trying to get you on COD to play the fucking game, right? And it's just a vicious cycle where you're not giving your body time, you're not recovering, and it's gonna destroy you mentally. And at the time, it's gonna feel good to be like, oh, I'm dating this girl. She's fucking me all the time. This is a great thing, right? And you're thinking that it's great, and then it ends in a couple months because it wasn't built off of true connection, right? And who knows? Maybe it is built off of true connection. But this is if it's not built off of true connection, right? It's not built off true connection. You guys break up. Shit sucks, right? And now you haven't dealt with the previous breakup, and now it's just piled on top because you brought that previous baggage into your next relationship with the girl that you just broke up with. And it's this vicious cycle. And what are you gonna do? Just keep doing it until eventually you fall apart? I don't know. I just kind of wanted to hop on and talk about that a little bit today, ladies and gentlemen. But anyways, I want to say thank you guys so much for listening to me rant today. But as always, there's a link to submit your own question via the Google form found in the description if you're interested. And if you are interested, you can join our Discord. We chat, we chill, we sit in calls with you guys all the time. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.